Hey Questers, and welcome to another episode of BMF, your home for all things Oculus Quest. Today we're headed out into the ocean as we take a look at the new Saltwater update for real VR fishing. Full disclosure, this video was produced in partnership with and sponsored on behalf of MirageSoft, the developers of the game. When I first played Real VR Fishing, I loved the way the game played, and I loved how involved the developers were in the community, listening to what people wanted and updating the game accordingly. The latest update brings saltwater fishing to the table with 5 new sea locations that include 3 offshore stages and 2 shore stages. Also added was 25 new marine species, new fish fighting mechanics, as well as a new aquarium, and they've even been adding a new water shader to the ocean for a more realistic look. I'm excited to check it out, so let's check in and let's go fishing. Alright, so here we are inside of Real VR Fishing, and what I wanted to show you is a couple things in the lodge before we jump into the saltwater stages with the new update. There's a couple of updates to the lodge, so let's go out here for a second. And I love being able to go out on this porch and relax. Depending on what time of day it is, the time actually changes, your local time. The lighting will change, so if it's nighttime, local time, it'll actually change to nighttime out here. You can actually also adjust that in the settings. But see, you can see the saltwater boat there. They've added a dock with a saltwater boat to your lodge. And there's one other thing I wanted to show you really quick that they've added. Down in the basement, now your saltwater fish don't go into your regular aquarium. There's actually a basement aquarium. And if you go downstairs, and I'll turn over here so you can see all the saltwater fish. Holy crap, look at the shark. And that's where your saltwater catches go to keep in an aquarium. There is a huge aquarium, and there is a ton of awesome saltwater fish to catch, and that gives you a glimpse of the ones you can catch. So that is the aquarium there for your saltwater fish. All right, so here are some of the saltwater locations. Before we jump into a location, though, I'm going to show you some of the new tackle stuff you can get. So you get the saltwater casting rod and casting reel. You also have some new bait with the metal jig. Works for saltwater fish. I can't remember if that was around before the update, but that one is specifically for saltwater fish. And then you've got the spinning saltwater rod. And I'm not going to go into the freshwater stuff just because I've done that in the past. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to check it out. But I'm going to take a casting rod, and then I'm going to go to the map. And you can see here, these... Let me just get off of that really quick. I can't really do that. But these are the saltwater locations. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 saltwater locations, as I mentioned. And the little brackets around it notate the fact that it's the saltwater one. This one's my favorite. We'll do that one in just a second. But I'm going to go to... Let's go there. And we'll show you some saltwater fishing and try to catch some fish and show you what it looks like. All right, so as you can hear the motor. I love that the motor shuts off. It's just immersive and cool. The waves, look at the water. You can actually see some of the textures in the water. And look, the bait hitting the water. And you can see like the fogginess of the top of the water. I mean, the water that they did, the update that they did with the shaders to the water makes it look even better. I love the saltwater boat you can see here. And you're fishing out in the, looks like some sort of a canal. There's a boat over there. You got backdrop. This game looks stunning. I mean, it always has. But it surprises me every time I put the headset on. And yes, I've got Fish Finder on just because it makes it a little easier for me and it makes it more relaxing for me. But I love the way that this game looks. Look at the sky. Look at the water. I'm just going to cast out there so we can be fishing at the same time. But the cool thing about this game is that they're all real locations. It's all 3D captured, and it all is real locations. That's why everything looks real, because it is real. The only thing that they added was like the water. They've done the water and the fish and the boat and the reel and everything, and they do they do the sky and stuff too, I believe. I'm not sure how much of the sky they do, if part of that's real, but I know that the dynamic sky is they add to that. Like there's rain and stuff like that in other levels that I'll show you in just a minute. But the saltwater levels are some of the most stunning levels that I've seen, and it's cool to be out on the ocean and be able to... Look at that, that came in pretty quick. A little teeny one here. So we got a rockfish, dark banded rock. Holy crap, look at that sucker's eyes. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, I didn't mean to keep it. I meant to release it, even though I don't need it, but that's okay. So you can see the waves kind of rolling in. I'm going to catch another fish here and jump to another location. But one of the best parts about this game is the sound. You hear the water kind of lapping up. There's other levels you can hear the waves. It's amazing. This is one of the most relaxing games I've ever played. I've actually read somewhere, I'm going to cast a little farther out. I don't know where I read it, whether it was the developer that put that in their description or whether it was a reviewer or what it was. Look, a seagull. But somebody said at one point in time that it was like a combination, that was way too far, of nature trek and bait, which is a pretty accurate assessment. except for this fishing game is way better than bait. A lot more involved. But the game itself, or the idea itself of it being similar to having a bait game mixed with nature track is very accurate, I think. This is one of the most relaxing games I've ever played. It's nearly therapeutic to play because of the way that the game plays. It's not super, intense. And yes, you got to fish, and you try to catch some big fish, and your line can break. But overall, you can actually stand in the boat or on the side of the water and just relax, listening to the sound effects, watching the birds fly through the air. It's this one, a fat greenling. One thing I do like in one of the updates is that they actually have the ability to move the hand around. There's a point in time where the hand was just static and you had to spin the fish around and look at it, and it felt weird. So I'm glad that they actually added that in. So this is one of my favorite levels. Probably my second favorite, or tied for first favorite saltwater levels. Listen. You can hear the waves coming in. It's beautiful. It's raining. There'll be lightning out there in just a second if you watch, and there's thunder sounds. Who wouldn't love to stand in the rain and listen to the waves and hear the rain without having to get wet? I've been fishing before and gotten wet, and it was... See, there's lightning over there. And it was not a lot of fun. See, I'm not a giant fan of fishing in real life. I'm not a fan of going out and spending 8 hours and not catching anything. In this game, I can pop my headset on and go spend 20 minutes and catch a whole bunch of fish if I want to. It's just relaxing to me. There's something to be said about a game where you can jump into, go to beautiful environments, where you can see lightning, hear thunder, listen to the rain. I mean, this is like the combination of the ultimate relaxation machine. Because what do they use? Waves and rain as relaxation? I mean, you don't even have to fish. You could just stand here and listen to the waves and see the rain and the lightning, and it would be just as good as going somewhere and relaxing. Not just as good, maybe, but yeah, better, I think, because you wouldn't get wet. Hear that thunder? It's a beautiful sound. So I'm curious to see, if you've played this game before, what is the reason you play the game? Do you play it because you love fishing, which is a lot of people I'm sure probably do? Do you play it because it's therapeutic and relaxing? What's this one? Korean rockfish, another one. Let's grab another fish. Look, I love it. You can see the fish walk away. Yeah, this fish walking. So I'm curious to see why you play it. Is it because it helps you relax? Is it? I've heard some people say it's actually like, what do they say? Almost healing in a way, where you can go and fish and just relax and get away from everything and kind of escape. And, ooh, that guy's knocked out. And just have a wonderful, relaxing time without having to go anywhere. I live in New England, and it is snowy and cold. So there is no way in heck I'm going out and I'm fishing right now. I could go ice fishing, but to be honest, I hate ice fishing, and it's cold. I'd rather be inside where it's warm. So I can take this game, and I can fish all year round if I want to, and I can relax and go to locations I'm never going to be able to see if I don't do this. Another fat greenling. I want to get a big fish and show you guys. Let's see if we can find one. Let's go to a different location really quick. So as I was saying, here's another location. Beautiful. Look at the sun. I mean, look at that sunset. You can see it across the water, the lighting effects on the water that they did. It's beautiful. And you got these little campers back behind you, and the stars. I mean, really, it's beautiful and it's just amazing. So, anyways, back to what I was talking about, the kind of healing, therapeutic nature of this game. Oops. I know people that play this game that cannot go fishing, or they're not able to physically go fishing, and they're able to sit down and play this game and relax. And fishing used to be one of the most relaxing things that they were able to do, but they're just not physically capable of it anymore. So that's the beauty to me of virtual reality and of this game, but of your virtual reality as a whole, is the ability to be able to see and do things you're not physically capable of, or even capable of doing. There's people that are not capable, that I know, that are just they have social anxiety, and it's actually somebody that is part of my family that has social anxiety, and I think they would really benefit from a VR headset. All right, so there's a giant fish. I just wanted to catch that fish. This is a yellowtail amberjack. Look at the size of that sucker there. All right, let's jump to a different place. All right, so this is my favorite location from the new Saltwater update. Look at the beautiful landscape. You got a mountain over there. You got some rocks in the water. There's actually seagulls up there that'll fly around, so you can see them up there. The water is moving underneath of you. You can hear the trickle of the water as it kind of moves around. It's not rough ocean. It's just a beautiful... Look at the mountain ranges. I mean, come on. So I'm going to catch a couple fish here. Come on. There we go. Gotcha. I mean, I don't know about you, but if you haven't played this game yet, you really need to try it, because there's nothing like it. I mean, it's probably the best, most realistic, let me put it that way, it's one of the most realistic looking games on the Quest due to the way that they did everything, with their 3D captures of all the environments, the real locations, and then adding all of the 3D graphics, like the water and everything to it. Plus the water shading, the new water shader is really good. It looks really good. Just makes it even that much better. And soon you're going to be able to do 360. I can't remember if I mentioned that yet or not. You're going to be able to do 360 fishing. They're working on that, so when you're in the boat, you'll actually be able to fish on the different sides of the boat. See, right now you can only fish in the one direction. But you'll be able to add in, or once they add that in, you'll be able to fish on all sides. Oop, oop, oop. Another cool addition that's coming is... missed that. No! Oh, he got away. That was a big one, too. So there is some gameplay of the newest update to real VR fishing on the Oculus Quest. If you have yet to play on the Quest, or maybe you tried the Go version, let me tell you, there is no comparison, and I highly recommend it. The Quest allows for a full 6 degrees of freedom, which is a game changer for this game, plus it just looks and plays even better on the Quest. The devs are actually working on some other updates that I cannot wait to check out, including 360-degree fishing, so you can fish either side of the boat, internet radio in-game with possible Spotify support, which would be insane, and they're even looking at doing some lodge enhancements if there's time. One last quick note, if you are using Oculus Link, Real VR Fishing supports cross-buy, and you should definitely check it out because it looks even better than the Quest version, and they're actually working on further enhancing the Rift's water shading. If you want to get the most out of your Quest, don't forget to hit that little red button down there that says subscribe and hit the bell icon. Plus, if you're looking for more Quest content, you can see my other videos here. Thanks so much for watching, and happy questing.